Hi, Dating Hotliners. We have all gone on first dates and we've all successfully and unsuccessfully set up first date plans. But I want you to think back on all the first dates that you've been on and tell me which ones stood out, not because of what you did, but because you were most excited about them. Regardless of the outcome, those are memorable dates because chemistry was present. Building chemistry quickly is a skill, and in today's episode, I'm going to share a few ways you can learn to build chemistry with your match before the first date. You ready? Let's go! Hello, and welcome to the 5th episode of Dating Hotline, presented by Swipe Right, the dating consultancy setting the standard in online dating. This is your host, Chloé Miller. Dating Hotline releases new episodes every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central. Thank you for listening today and every Wednesday. If you hit subscribe or follow, depending on which player you're streaming us on, our show will automatically pop up on your streaming platform every week. This way, you'll never miss an episode or a juicy story. Today, we're diving into how to land the first date and how to build chemistry. Those conversations before you make plans for the first date is a precious, precarious time. You've matched with him, and maybe you've texted back and forth. You've maybe even moved off of the dating apps and are texting straight from your phone. But the jury's still out if the first date's going to happen. I'm going to share some secrets on how to build momentum before that first date and how to get excited. Dating Hotline question number 1. How do I build excitement for the first date? Okay, guys, I know I'm focusing so much on these small baby steps, but I promise you this is really important, okay? Because this is the part that is different from real dating. This is where the train falls off the tracks, okay? You've been on dates before. You've been in relationships before. You know how to act in public. You know how to be social, and you know how to be around other people. Once you're on the date, it's not that hard. That's the part that's always been the same. This is the part that's new and where everything can fall off track. Mostly because people don't know how to translate real life into online. So this is why we're focusing on such specific, detailed moments. How do you build excitement for the first date? No, seriously, it's a skill. This is where you want to highlight playful banter. This is where online flirting takes the front seat. And ladies, you want to create the impression that you are the prize. A, because you are, and B, because this sets you up to be recognized as high value, and immediately the standards for your relationship are raised. When you come in with that level 10 confidence in person, that energy is picked up with your presence. While we are communicating with words, we're also communicating with our energy. This is how we interpret text messages certain ways. For example, there are 4 words that, from the right person, can send you down the path towards an anxiety attack real fast. We need to talk. Oh my God, does it not just give you chills already? That's never a good conversation coming out of that. But without even knowing what you're going to discuss, you can sense the underlying tone in that sentence. This is picking up on the energy of the environment. Emotional intelligence, or energetically sensitive. If you relate to either of these terms, or if you've even heard of these terms, then you'll understand immediately what I'm talking about. Both describe subtle perception differences, but enough to notice a non-tangible element adding to the environment or experience. Energy is so important with dating, and especially with online dating. If you can send a message with the underlying energetic tone, wouldn't you want to send a message that creates an attraction? And what's attractive in real life? Confidence. Confidence is the one thing that you can't put your finger on, but it's memorable. How do you do that online? Well, you have to try your best with playful banter. You need to create situations with yourself to be able to deliver these playful remarks. This is where mirroring becomes important. If you have the confidence and you believe you're the best and you show up that way, he will too. He does that and you mirror it, it will build into flirting and you two will build chemistry online. You've heard me talk about how important it is to be conscious of what you're bringing into your dating life and not swiping when you're in a bad mood. The same can be said for communicating with someone. Whether you're talking in person or sending a text through a phone, you are sending energy with your messages. If your confidence is high, the energy will be a high vibration, and everyone is attracted to high vibrations. The energy is just palpable. Guys, this is where I want you to flex those smooth talking skills. I want you to playfully tease her because she will be ready for you to start this conversation. She'll be ready for it. But I need to make a disclaimer that this is playful, okay? There is a fine line between fun teasing that builds sexual tension and teasing that becomes critical and judgmental. Guys, please keep your comments in check, and if you need help finding where that gray line actually is, because yes, I will admit it, it's vague and constantly moving, talk to me. Also, I'm posting screenshots of a playful teasing comment Mr. Art Institute sent me and how I flirted back. Unfortunately, the conversation didn't last much longer than the initial comment, and you'll see why if you go to our show notes and check it out. Homeboy had so many other options to say, but he went with that. And okay, that's where the conversation went. So you guys can see a success and a failure in the same screenshot. Also, guys, status update on Mr. Art Institute. I never heard about a second date, and that tells me that we both felt similarly about the first date. We're better off as friends. But guys, confidence is almost more attractive than physicality, evident by relationships that look to be mismatched. There's a reason they're together, even if we can't see it from the outside looking in. When you are first introducing yourself to someone, make it strong, but more importantly, be confident. This is why you spend so much time crafting an engaging dating profile. You want to showcase your confidence. Same thing when you match with someone. You want to continue that confidence and say, this is who I am as a person. You are creating trust with these strangers on different levels through constant personality appearances. Your pictures and your responses show off confidence, and when you start texting, you have a confident, playful banter back and forth. And then when you show up on the date, you are a playful, confident person building sexual tension. Okay? This is what you're dating for. You are trying to build sexual tension to create chemistry. I'm not interested in keeping tabs on your day-to-day. Play-by-play is unnecessary. This is only going to make you look forward to that first date. I have ended conversations with some of the guys I've matched with before the first date even happened because it was boring and they never picked up. I'm not interested in keeping tabs on your day-to-day play-by-play updates. It's unnecessary and really pretty boring. Find a clever way to tell me what you did today. That'll be interested in. This is where date texting comes in handy, guys. Remember those rules I told you about? Here's another one. Don't give play-by-plays. Pick one or two mundane tasks and find the humor in that. For example, Chloe, what did you do today? What are you up to? What are you doing all day long? I responded with, I moved around some plants and tidied up a couple shelves. What did you do today? This allows for the mental ping pong game to start. Do you see what I did there? I basically picked something small and stupid, but decided to make that part of the conversation and said, this is what I did. What did you do? Tell me something small and mundane that you did. And now let's create a conversation around this and find humor. Okay, this is an improv trick that I'm teaching you. This allows for the mental ping pong game to start. And ladies, if you're mirroring him, flirting will escalate quickly. You're not trying to be dodgy or misleading with your remarks, but rather you're finding clever ways to respond to his comments that create mystery, and it's intriguing. Also, you're saving the small talk introductory comments for the IRL date. Nothing is worse than crossing all of the first date conversations in text and then having nothing to talk about on the actual first date. This is why the strategy of picking one or two things to build a conversation works best. You save the juicy parts of your life for in-person conversations, and you're also being playful leading up to the date. Okay, so what's the takeaway from question number 1? Confidence is everything. And if you don't really feel like you have it, do 15 jumping jacks before you answer his text message. Okay? Get some endorphins running through your body, pick up that confidence level, do some squats, do some sit-ups. I don't care if you need to run laps around your building. Get some endorphins running through that body, pick up that confidence level. Do not respond literally. I want you to respond playfully. And the only way you can do that is if your mind is working and you are thinking that you are the best. You are fun, okay? There's cool things that you bring to the table. Show him how fun you can be. But let him know it's a privilege he needs to earn. He's not walking into this with open hands because he just matched with you. He jumped through the first 2. Let him know there were other hoops to jump through, but he's got a strong chance of getting through them. Guys like to know that there's more challenges ahead, but they're doing well on the progress chart. It's a reassuring feeling. Dating Hotline question number 2. What to do in between matching and the first date. You want to create an instant best friend situation with him, and the only way to do this is by matching his level of interest. You know when he's texting you, if he's texting you 5, 6, 7 times in a row, he wants to talk to you. So talk to him. Respond right away. You can ask every single guy I have dated, this is my flaw. Not my only one, but probably one of my bigger ones. I very seriously have a problem with my phone. It's subconscious, and that's one corner I haven't gone into yet. I absolutely know where it comes from. It's a previous relationship I was in, and honestly, it's too scary for me to walk back into right now. Yeah, I can't do that. In this moment, I'd rather avoid that mirror at all costs and push through the hard way by trying to break a habit by myself. One day I will cross that bridge and I will let you guys know how I did it. I love tapping into my subconscious and rewiring unhealthy habits. This is on the to-do list, so I'll keep you guys posted. I don't like to touch my phone, and that's a problem, but who loses in that situation when I do this? I do. And the person I'm talking to thinks that I'm not interested in them. So the longer it takes for you to respond to the person you're talking to, the less interested they will think you are. That's how they're gauging your interest level with your response rate from their text message. So don't wait long to respond to the question he just asked. Respond quickly. It shows interest. Also, my personal tip, I let the guy initiate conversations the entire time before the first date. Whether I talk to you for 2 days before the first date or I talk to you for 2 weeks before our first date, I will not initiate the conversation with you before our first date. It's that simple. However, there are 2 exceptions to this rule. The first is if I have ended the conversation previously and it's still an appropriate time to start the conversation. The second is there are weekday and weekend rules, meaning if I just told him, I'm running to meet some friends, I'll text you later, and now it's later. Here's my rule of thumb on that. If it's a weekday and it's past 9 p.m., wait till tomorrow. Weekends, after 7:30, wait till the next day. But if the sun's up, go for it. This establishes availability boundaries with him. Why is this important? Because you're a woman and he's a man. He is going to chase you. But it is your responsibility to make sure that he doesn't get access to you 24/7. You're not always going to give him the privilege of communicating with you whenever he wants. This is a privilege he will need to earn. Just because we carry our phones around with us everywhere we go, all day long, doesn't mean that we should be available 24/7. This is so true when it comes to dating, and this leads me to my next piece of advice, which is, ladies, schedule unavailability windows. Seriously. Schedule time in your day or in your week where you are unavailable to talk to him. Just a couple hours here or there, but literally block off chunks of time where you are unavailable to him, because what you're doing is creating space. This is carefully executed, but when it's used well, it's so powerful. So powerful. The point here is to build momentum. It's to build excitement. You want flirting to build up into, okay, yeah, like I'm really excited to go on this first date. He seems like a really cool guy. And then in the middle of the momentum building, you as the woman need to know when to cut it off. My advice, end on a high note. Don't let things start to slip downhill. That's never fun, and everyone can see that coming from a mile away. I want you to start to recognize when you're at the top, enjoy it for a few moments, but then politely excuse yourself. Become unavailable. Okay, Chloé, what does this look like? You and him are texting for some time, maybe even for a couple hours now, and you've been texting all day. He asks you a question and you respond, "Oh, I'll have to tell you that answer another time. I'm running out to meet some friends. I'll text you later." I don't care if you're actually going to meet your friends or if you're staying in and doing nothing. In your dating life, you have all of a sudden become unavailable. Why? This cuts him off and it shows him that he doesn't have full access to you. And if he wants that, he needs to earn that privilege. You are showing him how valuable you are by creating boundaries for yourself, and that your attention is focused on the people you are with at that time, not someone who is just nagging at you whenever they want attention. Draw a boundary. He's important to you, so you'll bring him along throughout your day and you'll keep him involved in your life, but he doesn't get 24/7 access to you, and he's going to have to take a number when it comes to asking for your attention. This is why creating unavailability blocks are so important. You create time for him to miss you. Ariana Grande knows what she's talking about. If you've never heard her song NASA, go check it out. I will literally post the lyrics on our show notes so that you can see she knows what she's talking about, okay? This is literally what she means when she sings this line. I can't really miss you if I'm with you, and when I miss you, it'll change the way I kiss you. Baby, you know time apart is beneficial. It's like I'm the universe and you'll be NASA. Guys, listen to those lyrics. Literally, you need to create unavailabilities for yourself to show that you are in demand. Supply and demand. If you have it all the time, you're not that interested. But as soon as it becomes unavailable, you want it 10 times more. This is using the principle of rejection in the most subtle form and in a safe environment to your advantage. No one likes rejection. No one likes being cut off, and no one likes being told no. But that just means they'll be more interested when you come back. So when you say, yes, this is a good time for me to chat, I'm available, he will be there and ready to chat with you. If you're available 24/7 and talk nonstop, He's going to burn out. This is how you have great texting for 2 to 3 weeks and then it just fizzles out. That is unsustainable momentum. Cutting it off on a high note and creating unavailabilities allows for both people to separate back into your own independent lives, allows you to get the tasks done that you need to in your personal life, and you can come back to each other with more energy and excitement to see each other again. Literally, it will change the way you interact with each other. So for strangers, when you're texting and trying to build communication chemistry over texting, this is a really convenient tool to help build that, oh, hey, I missed you. You're gone. You're back. Oh my gosh. Hi. I like when you're in my life. I'm looking forward to meeting you moment. This will be fun. It makes a difference, you guys. Separation does make the heart grow fonder. You will miss this person and you'll want to talk to them again. It keeps the flame between the two of you hot. Okay, so what's the takeaway from question number 2? Be high value, set the standard high, create boundaries for yourself by establishing unavailability windows. Let him know, I'm running to a meeting, but I'll text you later. You don't have to explain to him what you're doing, but it's courteous to tell him that you'll be unavailable for a specific time. This is where he will miss you. But more importantly, be like Ariana. Don't forget to create space for him to notice your absence. Kisses and curves. It's time for our kisses and curves. Our kiss this week goes out to everyone who is planning their Valentine's Day plans already. You guys are so smart to get working on making plans ahead of time. But unless you are officially boyfriend and girlfriend, do not buy this person a gift. This is a surefire way to freak someone out, especially if it's early in the relationship. Instead, feel out your conversations and the energy between you two. That will tell you exactly how to act for the holiday. And if you don't know and you're asking yourself, then that right there is your answer. If you have to ask, it's less stable than you think. Skip the gift and focus on something much smaller. My suggestion? Postmate them something because everyone loves food, and besides, it's the thought that counts. And this week's dating curve is hands down the unbelievably tragic loss of Kobe, Gianna, and the 7 other passengers on that helicopter accident on Sunday. I'm actually taken aback at how emotionally unstable this news has made me. We all balance life in our own ways, but this loss is truly shaking me to my core. Maybe it's because I have my own personal matters that are magnifying how precious life is right now, but you guys, life is a gift, and that includes each day we get to spend with our loved ones. Thank you, Kobe, for your contribution to society, to basketball, and to every young child's dream. You're someone everyone looked up to. Your legacy will never be forgotten. So with regards to dating, live with no regrets. Share your feelings. Tell them you have a crush on them. Make the first move. Step out of your comfort zone and feel alive. Okay, that's our show for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Dating Hotline, presented by And Swipe Right, a dating consultancy setting the standard in online dating. This is your host, Chloé Miller. New episodes of Dating Hotline are dropped every Wednesday at 11 a.m., you guys. Subscribe so you don't have to go looking for it each week. I will just pop up in your player. How fun, right? It's like, hi, Chloe's here with Dating Hotline tips. Okay, maybe that's just exciting for me, but whatever. Here we go. Thank you to our music transition composer, Nicholas Thorpe, over at Sound Lounge. If there's something you want to talk about, guys, there's a link in our show notes where you can submit your stories. Otherwise, DM me your dating questions, email me your thoughts, and please, please, please tell all of your friends to listen. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Spotify. This podcast is presented by Swipe Right, a personal consultant agency setting the standard in online dating. Visit their website, www.andswiperight.com, to learn more about their personal styling appointments, private coaching sessions, and the creative, engaging dating profiles that they make for single men and women. Dating Hotline is hosted by Chloé Miller, founder and CEO of Swipe Right. Follow her on Instagram at ChloMill. CHLOMILL. You guys, we love hearing from you, so please, please, please send us your fan mail to datinghotline@answiperight.com. That's dating hotline, DATINGHOTLINE at answiperight.com. And follow us on social media, you guys, at answiperight and at Dating Hotline Podcast. But don't worry, guys. We'll put it all in the show notes on the Swipe Right website. Check it out there. Last thing, you guys, please subscribe to our podcast. Leave us a review on iTunes and tell all of your friends. This is the Dating Hotline.